Hello, I'm Woodland Spirit.
And I'm Loppy Lena.
And this is episode 6 of the show.
Yay!
We've had another question.
Another one!
Another one!
Ooh.
Very trivial though, I have to admit. But we've had another question, very trivial. Hassoon! How old are you?
Do I dare say I'm in my 30s?
We're both in our 30s.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
So we are quite...
mature.
Well, it's not,
It's
not what I was looking for exactly.
But we are quite
But
mature.
we are quite exposed to the world of gaming, so to speak. Oh, see what you've done there?
I know I have. Because I'm going to just demolish that bit, aren't I?
Right, okay. Anyhow, yes, so we are quite exposed to the world of gaming all the way through the 80s, 90s and right up to now.
Yeah.
So we pretty much know a lot of the classic gaming systems right up to now.
Although I'd say you're a little bit more experienced than me.
Yeah, you probably did typically more girly things when you were younger.
Play with my dolls.
Dolls.
Yeah.
I play with my Transformers.
But you see, I had two younger brothers, so they was tending to hog everything. I should say two younger brothers and a mother.
Yes, your mother was not your typical girl, was she?
No.
So, yes.
Probably why I'm not a girly girl.
Not a girly girl, which I'm not complaining about.
Good.
Because you do play games with me, after all.
Yeah.
I think I want to travel over this way.
Okay. Did you fix that little bit that was...
No, I think that'll come later when I extend on the track.
Oh, right.
But
So I want you to look for some pumpkins.
I'm on the lookout for pumpkins. I'm not sure I'm going to find it in a snowy area, am I?
Probably not. No, it's more in the sun.
I'm not going to find it around here, am I?
No.
So we've talked about the past consoles we've played before, haven't we?
We have, yes.
I mean, I started out on the good old Atari VCS, which then moved on to the it was the Amstrad computer first, the CPC464. While everyone else was having Commodores and Spectrums.
Oh, we had an Amstrad computer. Played loads of games on it.
Although that was
you could buy the tapes for about 99p.
Yeah, you could. Actually, no, I tell a lie. The first computer was a Dragon 32.
Hmm.
Do you ever know the Dragon 32?
No.
No?
No.
It was. I really don't even know who it was made by, to be honest.
No.
But it was up against the 8-bits and possibly not as well known. But you could typically get it in all the catalogues at the time. So the Dragon 32, the Dragon 64, the difference between the two that's had the 32 and 64k memory. Christ, when 32 and 64k of memory was enough. And now it's like 2, 3, 4 plus gigabytes.
Hi.
Just to get programs working.
I used to love the Amstrad. The only bad thing was waiting for the games.
The games to the tapes were very tedious and loading.
My favourite one on that was Popeye game.
Popeye game.
Yeah.
I personally don't know the Popeye game myself. Can you explain a bit about it?
It's just Popeye. Popeye the cartoon.
Yeah, I know the cartoon.
And you was just like looking for things and looking for olive oil and trying to escape from Desperate Dan.
There wasn't Desperate Dan.
Or whoever.
Pluto.
Yeah, him.
Was it Pluto or Brutus?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But he used to play that quite a lot when I could get on it.
Right.
And then I used to like doing a lot of the programming because you got a little book with it. Well, not a little book.
Well, typically,
and you had like loads of programmings that you could do, and I absolutely loved doing the programming.
Typically, you could get little programs in magazines which give you little games and whatnot.
Yeah.
You would spend hours
typing it all in,
and then you run it and then get a syntax error.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I bet that's quite surprised you that I actually liked
the programming.
the
I am very
programming side of
surprised.
it.
Look, have you seen all these animals here?
Oh yeah, can you try and get them down? Rescue some
how
animals.
how could I get them down?
I don't know, but we need some animals in the pen.
I think this is where they're all
Get some
going.
wheat.
They're really going to follow us off the edge of a cliff.
Well, they might try and. Oh heck!
What
Went
are
a
you
bit too
doing
far
there? We
Just went a little bit too far. Bit distracted by all the cows and sheep.
Cows and sheep on the edge of a mountain. So yes, I am surprised that you enjoyed the programming side.
I absolutely loved it.
So you'll enjoy us going through the Spark projects, won't you?
Well, what I was watching yesterday, I think it's going to be very interesting.
It's gonna.
As long as you go through it with me, or else I might
Well,
get a little bit
that's going to
confused
be the whole point, because
Yeah.
I'll work out the project, probably
Yeah.
some sort of game clone, and then we'll sort of go through it together,
Yeah.
as if I'm teaching you how to do it.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
And well, I guess we'll see what we'll come up with.
Yeah.
So that's a future thing in the
A future little
future
project.
project. Oh, there's a duck chicken up here. Yes, so I suppose that'll tap into that side of your programming.
Yeah, I really did love doing the program. I could sit for hours.
I mean,
Just type it all
type
in.
it all in, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't make anything on your own accord.
Oh yeah, but I didn't really know.
Well, right.
The thing is, my dad wasn't really computer minded.
So you could say you were just following what was in the magazine or
Yeah.
whatnot, and not really understanding what was going on.
Possibly not, because I mean, when we did like IT and stuff at school, it was just like your basic Word and your
The word
spreadsheets
processor
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I suppose maybe if I'd have actually gone into it deeper, like doing the programming, I probably would have really enjoyed it.
You could well have done it. It can be kind of quite satisfactory when
Yeah.
you have a thought. Obviously, you plan it out, program it in, debug it, and then you've got a running result.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because there was one of the ones that I used to program in was like a anagram word type game.
okay.
But of course, once you'd programmed it in, and then when you'd had enough of it, you just had to delete it, and then you had to go through the whole thing again.
Right. See, this is where you would save the tape. You could save
Yeah,
your
but we
program to
never had
tape.
any extra tapes or anything like that.
You never got any bought.
No.
Where's the family that skint?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything new this week from you?
I think something more like new from you.
Ah, yes. Well, we've had our tablets for a while. Have you actually mentioned what tablets we've got?
That doesn't really matter.
And it's an Android tablet.
Yeah.
And every time I've gone and looked for Plants vs Zombies on it, our device is not compatible. But when we originally got the Amazon store onto our tablets,
Yep.
for some reason we could get Plants vs Zombies through that.
I would theorise that the Amazon store doesn't apply the same sort of device restrictions as the Google Marketplace does.
Right.
I would theorise anyway.
Right. So anyway, I've been looking for ages on and off. Oh, must be full. Looking for Plants vs Zombies, and today I actually came across it. Now
So
it's only actually a few days ago I did another search.
I actually had a look, and it was on the 9th of August that
Really?
the update happened. So in terms of recording this, it happened yesterday. They put on an update.
So I hadn't missed anything out then, have I?
Technically not.
Oh.
And the game's just hung.
Well, that's the first.
That is a first. And it hadn't saved anything we did.
Oh no.
So, yes, Android. The Plants vs Zombie update.
Oh, we've got a sheep in a...
Oh, there's a cow! Wait, hang on a moment. So, we started this before we were recording. and these animals weren't there. It's effectively restarted at the same point, having to come back into it after it hung on us.
And
We've suddenly got animals in the courtyard.
Yeah. Where they come from?
Must be a spawning thing.
Anyway.
Yes, Plants vs Zombies on Android. So the update was released in terms of recording this yesterday, which is Friday, 9th of August, as in we're recording this on Saturday. The update was released on Friday.
So anyway, I was just doing a little random search to see what new games were up, and I actually came across it, which I was actually quite excited because we couldn't get it through our device.
Previously, it wouldn't show on a tablet when searching for the game on the marketplace, because basically they weren't supporting either the whole tablet aspect or this device in specific. Could have done without
Which might be the device, because sometimes we've got stuff on our phones that haven't been on our
I think it's more
tablets.
of a case of the actual form factor than not supporting the fact that it's a bigger display, high resolution, all that stuff. It's possible it's just that they're not supporting because they designed it more for phones. But anyhow, so it suddenly showed up.
Yes. So I've deleted my Amazon one.
Yeah.
And I've paid, I think it was
69 measly pence, which is probably translated something like 99 cents or something.
Although we will say, we did get our Plants vs Zombies from Amazon free, because it was the free.
It was the free app of the day.
The free app of the day.
Yep. Which was a plus. When you go on.
I didn't mind spending that. And I've obviously I've got to start from the start again.
Because it's effectively wiped all your progress.
So there's loads more achievements that you can get. Unfortunately, they're not like the Xbox achievements.
Well, of course, because it's Android. But is it just the in-game achievements or the actual Google achievements that?
I think it's just the in-game achievements.
Because Google started this whole game center type thing.
I'll find out as we go along.
Right.
I've not noticed, because I did pop one today, so in the 10 minutes I was playing it or something.
If you're curious to whether it is or not, they do have a game center type app,
right?
Which is kind of like, it's sort of view your profile and everything, and presumably the achievements you currently have. So if it is unlocking achievements on the Google service, in theory they should show up there. So we'll have to have a look at that.
We'll look into that. So we'll look into that in the week, ready for next week's show then. But anyway, they've actually got the Zen Garden on it. So
they've effectively brought the Android version right up to the version that's available on the PC.
I don't know whether you've got you've got all the mini games, but I don't know what they are yet until I actually unlock. So I don't know whether it's the full amount of mini games that you get on Xbox and PC, etc.
Although
that will be
the Xbox version does come with a few exclusive mini games.
But that'll be something to find out. But yes, you get your Zen Garden.
You get your Zen Garden on the Android version now.
Yeah.
Now, what would be interesting, if anyone could fill us in on this, if the same has happened with the iOS version.
Yeah.
Whether that's been updated, because from my understanding, the Zen Garden wasn't available in the iOS version of the game. So if anyone could update us on that in the comment or whatever, then that would be absolutely great.
It will be. But yes, I'll update you next week, because obviously I'll have finished it. I won't finish it tonight because...
Well, you'll finish the whole game several times by next week, no doubt.
Probably. But the weird thing is that I just started going through it again. But and our little boy's kind of quite liking it. He's intensely watching.
He's watching a lot of what you do on the tablet and what I do on the computer, and playing something like Happy Wars or whatever.
Yeah, but the fact that I can actually use the tablet already.
Yeah, you can sweep the screen left and right so far. So we'll have to get him some sort of shape matching type game if
anybody can recommend any of them, because
remember on Android.
Because we've been looking and I can't find any that I like up to now that are not English version as well.
It's either the heavily American orientated, which of course we're not based in America, So it's something we can endure, but it's
we want him
it's not us, basically.
Yeah.
No offense to all you American people sitting over there across the Atlantic, by no means.
We want him to learn words, etc., how we speak them.
Effectively, yes. It's all with the accent and basically.
Yes.
It's either sort of centralized to the American market, I suppose would be a better way of putting it, or it's just plain rubbish.
Yeah. So anyway, if anybody knows any, but anyway, so yes, I'm quite excited about the Plants vs Zombies 2 on the Android at the moment. Plants vs Zombies. The only downside is they do keep plugging a lot of things because they've got a direct link now to their merchandise store to buy like t-shirts and things like that, but I don't know what the shipping would be like over here really. So I think they need to get a UK store.
Is that a load of iron in the side of that mountain?
It looks like something up there. It does actually.
And up there, and up there.
It does actually. Or is it cobblestone? Could be cobblestone.
Not cobblestone,
Gravel.
Gravel. Could be.
Could be gravel.
Could be gravel.
Looking at a different angle, it probably is gravel.
It is gravel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
There's another pig up there that's
stuck. They're all around the Chuffin Mountain area. There's gravel. Ah, that's really annoying, that. Yes, so, there was a rumour kicking around that Plants vs Zombies 2 may be hitting Android, what was it, the 28th of August?
Something like that, if I remember rightly. But it is just a rumour, so we'll see.
Right, that 28th of August date sounds familiar. That's when the actual new Nexus 7 gets released. In the UK markets and Europe.
But I have read a date, but I don't know whether it's true or not.
It was just sort of it would seem to be some speculation. There's no official news on it yet. And I mean, it did get a limited release in Australia, New Zealand territories on the iOS, we believe.
It's still heavily.
But is it not like fully released yet, or is it just
yet,
still
no?
Right, okay.
But from what I've heard, these are just rumours that it supposedly isn't going to be as bad as what we think.
The fact that they're doing the in-app purchases and all that stuff.
I think it's going to be like a lot of things like we've discussed before. People don't like waiting for things to unlock. But when you go through the first original game, you have to wait for things to unlock. You can't go and unlock them straight away.
And you want to do night time?
Yeah. So I won't be surprised if that's what half the problem is, because people won't wait. So they'll just go and spend silly money.
Yes.
But I suppose all that'll be revealed when it does come out properly.
Yeah. But we've touched on the whole free-to-play business model before.
Did you see a comment on the version of Plants vs Zombies that have got
the new release of the new update for Plants vs Zombies on Android? I was looking through the comments and it is mentioned that you can actually buy coins now.
Oh, I think I did see that.
And it would, from what I understood from the comments, obviously, it's you that's playing the game at the moment, so you haven't played enough yet to fully say.
Not yet.
You have to buy the minigames with the in-game currency, but then you can buy the in-game currency to obviously speed the whole process up.
But the thing is, also, why would you want to go and buy coins when you've got the Zen Garden and you will get quite a bit of coins?
And you do earn coins during the game.
Yeah. It's another reason, because people don't like waiting.
I mean, you pay, well, it's a cheap price to start off with, but you pay for the game in the first place, so why pushing the whole microtransaction? It's starting to get me goat a little bit. They're basically feeding off the people who, as you say, can't wait.
Yeah.
They want everything now. And if people just have that tiny bit of patience and just enjoy playing the game for what it is, things come along in time.
Yeah.
But
like everything does in life.
yes, everything comes along in time.
Yeah.
Well, and you can climb vines, can't you?
Yeah.
But not on trees. Not the hangy bits, anyway.
Oh, we could put some vines around the new.
Could put vines around the new castle. There, yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, so as people don't like wait, oh, there's plenty of cactuses. Could we do anything with cactuses?
Oh, I don't know. I think you can plant them near water.
We've got a few blocks of sand near water, haven't we?
I can soon put some on.
That's interesting. There's like blocks of sand on top of stone.
Looks a bit like a maze.
Yeah, it's like a little tiny maze. Whee! Would get lost. Oh, that might be a feature to build in the castle complex.
Yeah.
Like a maze type thing.
Looks like a dead tree.
What? Yeah, it seems the world generation seems to have actually planted various trees on the sand. Of course, the trees don't grow on the sand.
Very strange.
So it's a bit odd that it's done that. There's another one.
I think I'll unload a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I need to. Well, I'd actually unloaded a bit of coal before it crashed, hung up. Anyhow.
So yes, that's my little bit of the week. You've gone without actually buying anything this week.
I've gone without buying anything,
but you've completed a game.
I completed the story on normal of Prototype 2, and it was enjoyable, I have to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's very similar to the first one in terms of the way it plays and how you upgrade your character and all that stuff. Although there's more aspects to upgrade this time round. But if you enjoyed the first one, then give it a try. You probably enjoy this Prototype 2 as well. I mean, it's the old case of don't fix something that's not broken.
Yeah.
And I think I would say this is very much the case with Prototype. The first one, it's a good model that they've worked with and implemented, and the second one there was nothing to fix with it, so they've only tweaked and improved areas, and there you go.
Well, that's good that when they don't just completely mess with the game.
I suppose you could say that was a little mini review there.
Yeah.
I mean, if between Dark Souls 2 and Prototype 2, which were mentioned last week, that I started playing, I've probably got more fun out of Prototype 2 rather than Dark Souls 2, even though Darksiders, sorry. Where did I get Dark Souls? Oh, I know where I got Dark Souls, and it's supposed to be an insanely hard RPG game. But anyway, Darksiders, yes. I probably got more fun out of playing through Prototype 2 than I am currently playing through Darksiders.
Yeah. And at the moment you're playing a lot of Happy Wars?
Happy Wars, yes.
So
that's a free-to-play game, but it also, although it relies on the microtransaction model, it doesn't really push it to the point where, I found some. You can progress nicely without relying on buying premium items.
Yeah.
So I better pick some of them up. But it's a fun little game to play. Happy Wars. It's obviously it's online multiplayer. I
mean, I haven't played it, but it seems quite a nice little game.
I'm not sure I can describe it. Really, it's what would be the best way to describe it? Happy Wars. I'm not sure. It's sort of a team beat 'em up type thing with objective-based team fighty type thing. you sort of take control of towers, which are like spawn points,
Yeah.
and ultimately the goal is to destroy the tower of the opposing team.
Oh.
There's effectively two. Well, there's three modes. There's a story mode, which it's you against you and a load of bots versus the. You're playing through like a story-based tasks, and then you've got a co-op mode where you play 3 rounds against a bot team.
Right.
As it's sort of a team of 15 players, and then obviously you got the full-on multiplayer, which is 15 versus 15 players, and the same sort of objectives of destroy the enemy teams.
I've seen you play it.
It's a decent thing to waste a bit of time with. I mean,
because we're doing family friendly games throughout the day.
Because with having a little boy, I'm having to be mindful of what I play now during the day, so I can't just jump into something like Gears of War chainsaw and sticking chainsaws into the backs of whatever. Yeah.
It took you a while though, and a few little nudges from me answer it, but you've kind of got there.
Yeah, I got there.
Because I mean, we've kind of touched on age restriction before, haven't we? And what's appropriate and what's not.
I'm not sure we have, to be honest.
I'm sure I've had a little rant.
A little rant because obviously the parents buy the 6-year-old something like Call of Duty, which is just totally ridiculous.
Yes, we've seen it all the time in the local shops, haven't we?
Oh, wasn't it funny? I know how we touched on it. Because there was a kid wanting Call of Duty, and then the mother said, "No, here, have this Lego game."
That's right. Yes, I knew we'd touched on it somewhere.
But haven't we witnessed actually someone getting refused when they're trying to buy Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Which was obviously the shop doing the job properly.
Which is good because it's their job's worth at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what can be done if
I think they can get fined.
Can they actually get fined?
I think so.
I mean, if someone has any...
Because the parents can complain, although some don't, because some will just let them play whatever.
This is it, because we know that... Well, we know of some examples anyway, where the parents are just like, oh, he's playing whatever, and it's like, well, that's not exactly appropriate for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, what was the saying? It's all well and good about leaving a good world for our children, but what about leaving good children for the world?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a saying we've come across.
Well, it was some random thing on Google Plus.
And it is true.
It's true. It's all well good leaving a good, clean, healthy world for. That's an interesting little area.
If you're not gonna.
A good, clean world for our children, for the children we leave behind. But can we leave some good children behind to live in this world?
But I actually touched on. I actually noticed that I was watching a program the other day. And I said about men years ago look like gentlemen. And today, nowadays, I'm not saying all lads are like it, and the lasses are just as bad. But I was sat in the bus stand the other day, and there were some lads in there, and you could even see the attitude in the way they were sat and everything. And I thought, oh, they're not gentlemen, they just look to me like thugs.
Yeah.
They probably weren't, but it was the whole attitude, the whole persona, the way the hair was done, full of tattoos, which I can't comment because I've got on myself, but...
Yeah.
It was...
It's effectively... Well... I don't know.
They've got attitudes on them nowadays.
Yeah,
I don't think we was as bad when we was their age.
I think it's the whole we're better than you persona, which has come from God knows where.
Probably come from the parents.
Where the parents probably don't help matters.
Yes, because we're hoping
Because
that.
ultimately, this translates into gaming.
Yeah.
You've got you play it online with some people. Can you not just like play and enjoy the game instead of getting just stupidly serious and then ranting and getting into be a graceful winner instead of just trying to rub it in people's faces. And if you lose, lose gracefully instead of trying to blindly, go on a foul-mouthed rant. You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
It's like this is where the whole aspect of doing my channel came into play, because gaming is fun. Gaming is supposed to be fun, enjoyment. It's escaping from the real world.
Yes.
Stop. Don't take it seriously. Enjoy it.
Don't take life so seriously.
Enjoy it.
Get that off your chest now.
Yeah, got it off your chest. And I think on that little public service announcement,
we'll call it a day.
So feel free to leave any comments, subscribe for future shows, all that usual stuff, and until next time, keep it fun.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.